the 7 steps to knowledge, we saw how curiosity is kindled and inquiry starts for learners. We also saw how they progress on the trunk of focus. In the 4th step, they gather evidence and that gives strength to their learning. Now it is time to move on to the processing stage and the 5th step in learning, that is going to provide confirmation to what they have learned. This may mean any of the following. There may be questions that arise for which they need to find answers, and they need to be guided to gain greater depths in their study. At this stage, learners will further engage in seeking information, and there are factors that will guide them greatly. It could either mean the presence of the Moola Grantham, a source text from the Indian knowledge systems, which specializes in providing depth and showcases the interconnectedness in the universe, or finding another set of direct and indirect sources of information to confirm their findings or seek answers to questions. It is only then that they will be able to draw final conclusions. Let us take an example here, the study of the fabric industry or the textile industry, for instance. They first study the cotton plant and learn about the species that it belongs to, its ecosystem, its life cycle, etc. from books and videos. Then they learn about the process when cotton is converted to fiber. They may visit looms or other allied industries like the dyeing industry. They can even try to use the spindle and try their hand at it. As targets, they can be given tasks like embroidery or painting, where they can use these materials. And during the course of the study, they will get to use their senses as well. Here, learners pause and try to apply a Moola Grantham like the Tarka Sangraha, which has classification of all matter in the universe. However, for the sake of brevity and convenience, I am using one filter only, such as the concept of gross matter and subtle matter and causal matter. They will trace the actual materials, the different processes involved, and depict all of it as a flow chart. And when they view the complete chain, they will be in a position to see which of the 5 basic elements contribute to the fabric. So here is the raw material, and this cotton ball is picked from the plant either manually or by machines. Then the ginning process starts, where the fibers are separated from the seeds using a cotton gin. With the spindle, the fibers are spun into a yarn. Learners will understand that if the yarn is the gross body, then behind this there is a process which is the subtle body, and that cannot be seen. That's why it's subtle. And that process has another cause or source, and in this case it is the cotton ball. And the spinning, etc., becomes the subtle body, and the thread, the yarn, becomes the gross body. So in this manner, they can further delve into all the processes involved in the industry. The yarn is dyed into colors through a dyeing process, and finally we have the colored thread, and this thread is put to another process of weaving, and it is after the weaving that we get the textile made of several designs, several colors, which we can use. This colored and patterned material is put through a process of stitching before we actually get the clothes that we wear. We have seen how in steps of 3, learners are in a position to decode the entire textile industry, sort of get a 360-degree view. And they can also reflect on what can go wrong where does human intervention start and stop, and what is the impact of any mistakes, if any, and on whom and on what. They can answer a whole lot of questions in this way. And this is what we will be doing in this stage, that is the fifth step of the tree of knowledge, which is the branches of confirmation. If you like the video and the series of videos that we have put out, please like them and subscribe. Thank you.